Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today is January 4th, 2019. Just taking a look at the market, just looking at some charts, see where everything's going and stuff like that. Taking a look at Bitcoin, XRP, Stellar, VeChain, perhaps some others. So here we go, let's go. And take a look. First off, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. And yeah, so let's take it from there. Let me make sure that I'm streaming okay. And yeah, looks like good health. Righto. Once again, thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the likes, go ahead and get notified of when I do these drops, because I usually do live streaming and stuff. So anyway, first off, taking a look at the markets. Bitcoin. So I'm over here on the daily. Well, this is XLM. Let me go to BTC. BTC, USD, on Bitfinex. Okay, here is the daily view pulled way out for Bitcoin. And let's go take a little bit closer look, see what's going on. I'll scroll on in here so you guys can see. All right, so in previous video, way back, I was talking about where this, I have this marked up for Wyckoff to where, let me get rid of this thing here. There. So I marked this little trend thing up to Wyckoff. I had a box here that I drew. This is from like remote viewing information, and it actually just nicked the top of that box. And so for me, that was a decision point. I either buy or sell or something like that, you know. Anyway, so I marked this up using Wyckoff terminology. This huge flow down was a down, you know, they call it a markdown, and then you have, I labeled this part here. Let me scroll in more. I labeled, let me mess with that a bit. There, molto bene. So we had our selling climax here, and then it basically is doing a spring. A lot of the times you'll see this move horizontally here, but right now this is going down, and it can do that. There's flexibility in interpretation, but this was like the spring part where it coils up, and then whammo, it goes up. This is where the sellers, there aren't any more sellers, and you know, there's just aren't any more sellers. And what happens is that on a real low green volume, it starts to go up, and then whammo, look at that, boom boom. Check out Wyckoff if you haven't. That's WYCKOFF. Lots of good videos on YouTube on Wyckoff, and lots of charts and stuff like that. It's well worth, let me give you an example of why. If we just go over here and Google Wyckoff. Okay, then we go to images. All right, and we're looking for spring. Okay, so you can see like on this picture here, way up here at the top, it just came down, down. All the way here to the selling climax, we have the spring. See, this one kind of went flat, but on this particular one, these lines down here are the volumes. Okay, down here, low volume, failed sell off. Ooh, right there, low volume, failed sell off. They couldn't really sell anymore, and then the volume goes up here. Let's see if that matches the little chart. Yes, it did. Imagine that. Check out Wyckoff. So, and then it jumps, and then it does its little thing in the trading area, and it says this is the buying climax. Ooh. So this is the buying climax right here. But this is the little trading area. And right now we're seeing, okay, well, where is this thing going? And I had a chart where I talked about, you know, it can jump across the creek, which would mean that on this side, you see how it's going down, there'll be something similar on the right side. So it makes kind of like a creek bed and stuff like that. There's some strange terminology in Wyckoff, okay? But nevertheless, it's like going up and down and stuff like that. So where is this thing going? A while back, I drew this little line of where I thought it was going. And it's been following that pretty close. So we'll see. So yeah, we could be looking at a jump up. That's what I have been thinking for a while. That it's going to be in this little trading range for a bit, and then boom. So is right here the breakout? No, it's like way up here. That's what, 43 something. Numbers don't matter so much. Well, I don't think so. Not at this level, and certainly not at. Let's not put it at this level. Let's say certainly not at this time frame. Okay, this is only the daily chart, but it's still fun to look at. Anyway, so I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to go up and make that pattern. This was like energetically kind of like the pattern I was getting. This yellow thing here is more of a very long-term pattern, okay? Please keep in mind these are not to scale. But yeah, so let's see. So far it's following this Wyckoff pattern where this is the low volume failed sell-off. Boom, right here. And so what we're waiting for is this jump across the creek. Boom. So this section right here, if it comes up here, that would be here. Okay, jump across the creek. Actually, it could be a little bit higher. It could be way up here. Okay, it depends on how you interpret it. Let me scroll out a bit. Just Mr. Scale here. It depends how you interpret it. Is the jump across the creek up here at like what, the 6,400 mark? Is it here at 58? Is it here at 46? Did we already see it and it's a failed pattern? That could be too. It's up to your interpretation. So yeah, it's up to your interpretation. That's the whole thing about charting, is that they're tools that are, well, they're tools in inexperienced hands. They're, you know, you're an apprentice, you're learning. But when you get more like with anything, like car mechanic, screwdriver in one hand isn't going to be a screwdriver in another, right? As far as fixing something, or you guys get the idea. Not such a great analogy. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, so yeah, are we going to be looking at a jump across the creek? Given, well, let's take a look at the volume. Let's go back to Wyckoff. And so here where it jumps, so the volume is supposed to be going up. Okay, so we have the low and then the volume goes up. So let's see if that's what we have. So right about here, low volume, and it went up, and now it's going way down, way down. Okay, here's where, okay, so this is giving us contradictory information. We should be seeing more volume like we did here, and it definitely did go up. So the thing is that is it going to follow through and go up even higher and do this type of pattern? It's one of those unsure things. So we'll see. Anyway, here's a different chart. Might be a little bit more clear. Let's take a look at this one. You know, pretty much same thing, right? Note, this is the accumulation, which they call the cause. So here, they're accumulating, they're buying. The buyers are buying. This is where it's done, according to Wyckoff. And then, so we have a test. Yeah, another test. Yeah, we could still have another low volume failed test where it actually could go to like this point here, or somewhere actually even below, maybe somewhere in this range. Okay, where it could go to further test. Well, probably not that far, but right around in this area here. Move that circle up a bit. But that's where we could be looking at where it's going. If this is somewhat of a failed pattern and it goes down to do a secondary test, that happens sometimes. But anyway, so let's say, hey, are we jumping across the creek? So right now we could be at this point right here. which is the after the low volume sell-off, it jumps up and then it goes down as another test. So it jumps up, but it hasn't gone down. Well, I guess it could do it. Yeah, it did actually. What am I saying? Need more coffee. Whoops. It did right here. Let me change the color in that thing. There. Right in there. And click on that thing. Kill that. Okay, so yeah. Up here, went up. There's a little test. It went up. Here's a little test right on that line. Right on this line, it did the test. Whammo. This is drawn from pretty close to the bottom of the selling climax. And then you have the automatic rally, automatic reaction. And that's this point here. And that gives the trading range. So it goes up, test the top of that. I drew this before this even happened, and then it's really cool kind of stuff. I mean, Wyckoff sometimes can be really cool. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. Nevertheless, going back, yeah, it did hit that. It went up, came back down, and now, what does it look like? Down. Here we are. And so there. So yeah, looks like going up. So we're looking for a retest, actually. Yeah, we're looking for right up in here. Let's draw a little thing. Looking for it to do something up in here or more. Maybe it'll go up to here. We'll see. Anyway, that's like kind of cool, isn't it, on how you can actually look at that. The thing is the volumes. So we can like pretty much wait and see for pretty good volume here coming in, and we'll see. Right now it's kind of low. And one thing to indicate big volume is really low volume, especially if it's a green. I love seeing super low volumes on a green. So this one right here, well, that's for today. It just doesn't kind of count, but the one next to it, pretty low volume actually, and we'll see what happens. So it could go whoop. Anyway, I'm actually you know, I'm kind of bullish on Bitcoin. It's going right along, basically right along the plan. It's following my little line here of where I thought I would go, so we'll see. So best of luck to everyone, and please keep in mind this thing could dump down to 0 at any time, at any second. Oh my gosh, the fear is like, oh my gosh, what am I talking about? Yeah. It hit my little box here. It also has a probability of hitting down here. Okay, that's really, I mean, it's the market. Do I think it's going to go there? No. If it fails, if it drops below here, then yeah, it could certainly has a long way to dump. But for the most part, with the energy given, with the market sentiment and stuff like that, I'm actually could see another test here on the line and then go up. Okay, but that is where I'm at. Yep. So we'll see. Not financial advice. This is just, I mean, come on guys, this is on the daily chart. I usually invest in things, you know, years and years. So let's take a look at the monthly chart. Okay, let me put the auto scale on. Oh, that sucks. Take that off. That screwed everything up. There's this great big huge spike that just messes up the scale. Oh, it gives you an opportunity to see another box way up here, doesn't that? Isn't that interesting? So monthly, yeah, so we're right here. We're right there, and it's actually a green, which is nice. Real nice to see. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. Oy. That is so uncool. I like greens, but you know, it's the market and it's got to do what it's got to do. So yeah, it's going up long term. This long term Bitcoin is bullish, I've been bullish long term on Bitcoin for a long time. And we'll try this auto thing again. Let's go to the weekly. It's this thing over here. Anyway, yeah, so that's not working out so good with that time frame. What is this on? Let me try a different chart. Maybe Bitstamp. It's these spikes. Maybe the magnifying glass. No, that's not working. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, long term, you guys get the picture, right? Yup. Big old cup and handle. Same old pattern. Okay, long term. All right, so that's enough of Bitcoin. Let's go over to ETH, because ETH has been doing a lot of cool things, right? Go over to Poloniex. Put auto on. Let's go back to the daily. Keep in mind, these are on logarithmic charts. Okay, so here we go at our all-time high. Let me get rid of this little thing. All-time high, right? It's come down. Yeah, you guys all know this pattern. And this is the sentiment. Way up here is moon sentiment, where everybody wants it to go. And then looking down here, we have some target boxes of where Ethereum can go. It can go here, 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 and it can just get totally wrecked. I am glad that it has not hit this box here. That is good news. And once again, you can look to see how this is also following a similar pattern to Wyckoff. So you have your very low volume here, and actually a jump across the creek. Okay, so up in here in this range, what is that around? About 200, something around there, 220. That would be the distribution where they hand off the bags to the suckers and stuff. Could be higher and stuff like that, but you know, we'll see where it goes. But Ethereum is yeah, it's still looking okay. I mean, it's doing its thing. Let me zoom in here. Yep. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so it's doing its thing. It's not quite as pronounced as Bitcoin, but yeah. So it's not looking too bad. It's had a real nice run, and we'll see what happens. Can it continue? Don't know. I mean, it's the market. Will it shoot up to here? Hope so. You know, I want everybody's coins to go up, actually. And if we look back here, so you see like these lines are drawn, stuff like this. It's not TA at all. Well, some of it is, but anyway, these lines that look like this, these are lines that I just drew energetically. So like this one I drew before it hit this actual line here. And you can look at it. So what happened, I drew it when it was around here before I marked this up AR. I thought, okay, it's going to go down, and it's going to go up, and it's going to go down. So it did that. It went down, then up, and then down. So right at this point here is like here. And then it went, you know, if you can kind of look at this pattern, and right here it's skewed a bit. Took a dive here, yeah. And then it's going up, yeah. And so it looks like, according to this, where if we drew it from here, there. So okay, fine. Let me draw a little box. Where is my rectangle? Wrong one. It's where my pencil is there. So what seems about right? And this is what you guys can do. What seems about right to you guys? And you just kind of guess. Yeah, you got it. That's what I just said. You just kind of guess. At least I'm honest about it, okay? I mean, you don't get this stuff with whatever. I'm not going to argue about it. But when it comes down, you're basically guessing. Regardless of what people say. You guys know that. And so you draw a little box. and you just kind of move it around, okay? It might seem stupid, but give it a try. Draw a little rectangle box and you just kind of move it around, and you're looking for what seems right. And so to me, that seems right. Actually, it doesn't. You can even close your eyes and do this. Once you get your mousey locked onto your box, you can just close your eyes and move the mouse around however you like. And you can go left and right, up and down, and just figure out what seems about right. That seems about right. So I'm going to leave that there. I'll keep it green. And yeah, keep in mind it can go up there, it can go down here, it can go way down there, it can go way up, you know. I mean, it's the market, right? Like I just said, we're moving this around based on what it feels like, using your own heart energy or whatever you want to call it, okay? The inner chi. Yeah, taking a guess. But fun stuff. Give it a this is just for fun. Give it a try. Put it in there and see how close it comes. And it's actually fascinating of how close it comes. Let me give you an example. Let's go take a look at Stellar. Love Stellar. Let's look at it on the ETH pair, because that's how I buy it. Okay. So yeah, it looks like I did a previous video on Wyckoff stuff. Came up here and then drew this little line. Yep, it followed that pretty close, right? Keep in mind this is not to scale. It did its parabolic. Zoop. And yeah. And I drew some boxes here. And this is way before they even, I mean, this is, like I just said, I draw the boxes. Like this one I drew way out ahead of time. This one I drew out ahead of time, okay? But this thing, XLM, is just eating through those boxes that I drew. Boom. And this is when sentiment is up, guys. This is when sentiment is up. It's when you have all the moon boys out there. I sold out here. Right here is when I sold. I did a video of when I got out. Same as for XRP. We'll be taking a look at XRP in a minute. But I had these boxes here. And so I didn't get out at the very top, but I got out. I usually wait for it to go way up, come back down, and then the second retest up. That's usually when I get out. I'm not worried about, you know, this little percentage here. I am worried, you know, about larger things. But nevertheless, I drew 3 boxes here. Boom, boom, boom. 4 actually. It's eaten through 3 of them. It's just tore this one up, tore this one up, totally tore this one up. And then so, oh, come on thing. So moving forward, here we go. Keep in mind this is Ether logarithmic daily chart. This is on XLM ETH. What do you guys think of that? Okay, just so you guys can look and see. Yeah, I do have some lines here. This is not TA. You can call Wyckoff stuff like, yeah, this is a big ass spring. That was a pretty big spring. See that? Very, very, very nice. So then what happens after a spring? You get sell off about up in here, above this line here, sell off. FOMO carried it up. And then you're looking all the way back down to a selling climax and all that good stuff. Rinse and repeat. But that is XLM, guys. Not market advice. This is on, these boxes are drawn from remote viewing. Okay, energy. I showed you a basic way of how to do it. Move the little box around until it feels right. And do 2 of them. Do an up and a down. You know, a high and a low. And, yeah. Just one of those things. So let's go take a look at Ripple. XRP, excuse me. XRP, ETH. I think yep. Okay, so a while ago, I had a box here, ate through it, very interesting. Then went zoop, yay, good job for Ripple. Another one it eats through. As you can see, I have some boxes out pretty far in the distant future here, so we'll see. I drew this line once again before these lines up here. Where's it gonna go? Like that. What's it doing? Yeah, these aren't to scale, so I figured it's gonna go flat for a while. It's gonna take a pretty big dip. It's gonna go flat for a while, then take another dump. It's following that pretty close. You have also, if you look at this is like a big old, what do they call that? Head and shoulders. Also, if you look at this from the manipulation point of view, which I am looking at, that's what I'm doing. I'm tapping into the energy of, I used to make the mistake of tapping into the energy of the traders and what they thought and what they were going to do and stuff like that. People like you and me. Okay? Useless. Useless. We have no effect on this market. We're along for the ride, and we're along to get squeezed. Basically, that's what we're along for. We are along to get squeezed. That's our purpose in life, to have money extracted from us. And quicker you come to grips with that, the better off you'll be. Check out Wyckoff. Check out Wyckoff. It's interesting because it gets into the a lot of the psychological aspects of the market controllers. They're called the COs, composite operators, and about how they think and how they, you know, shake people loose and stuff like that. Okay, what happens, general trends. Anyway, interesting stuff. Education's always good. And there's other books out there too. So if you have other favorite books, go ahead and listen below, man. Listen below. I mean, share your knowledge so others can check out the book that you like. But anyway, here is good old XRP. XRP. This is on the daily on a logarithmic scale. Getting a drink here of some giant peach tea. Yum. From Tazo is what it's called. It's a little bit sweet for me, but it's good. All right, so also another thing that you can do, you can look at, is you have a box, and you basically want to draw the amount that this person or group or entity, whatever, whoever hit the button, the amount of money that they put in. And you do it maybe about, let's leave about 25%. Okay, so you're covering about 75% of the big wick. And so that's about right. So they did their initial buy-in here. Wham. Okay. And then they're waiting for people to come in and buy, shoot the price up as a test. And it's up here. So what happens is the guy saying, okay, it's up here. Majority of my stuff is, you know, I'm dumping. Because at this point here, look at that little tiny green. He's in control of the market, and it didn't take a whole bunch of money to skyrocket the price up because he's in control of the market. So what's he's doing? He has some money in here, and then he bought way down here or lower, and he's selling way up here. Sell. He can't sell a whole bunch of it at once. Sell. But what happens is that with these algos is that it's really different, where they do sell a whole bunch at once now, where before a lot of them, yeah, you see a slow bleed and stuff. But anyway, so here you have his buy-in, and then he's going to exit, and it could be a slow bleed or it could be a pretty vicious downward spike. We'll see. Either way, he's going to get his initial investment out. He's selling. He's making profit not on this. Okay? This is something that starts the game. This is the one that ends the game. The profit up here he's taking. So these are going to net to zero. I guess that's my point. You have this buy-in, let's say it's $10, and it's going to be taken out $10. And it could be quick, or it could be a long, slow bleed, which could be more profitable. It just depends on what the guy wants to do, or the entity. But the stuff in between, up in here, that's what they're looking for. That is really what they're looking for. That's where they're banking out from, where they purchased down here or further below. Okay, you guys get that. These guys buy low and they sell high, and then they rinse and repeat, play the game over. So I'm going to kill that box because I have these others here. So that is XRP on the daily for the ETH pairing. That's on the logarithmic scale. So isn't that exciting? So we'll see. And these boxes, yeah, they could just be extended way out here further. See, I missed the start of this one, and yeah, it could go way out further. Same as this one. Just depends. But right now, if you're looking at it, it's not looking so enticing. You could say, oh, you know, it could also, there's also an argument. See this line here? Also an argument to where, oh yeah, it could go up. But I'm not seeing that, man. I'm seeing the energy that was pumped into here being taken back into Ethereum, which is another favorite. Okay, so we have Ethereum. We have the big pumps before the monies were put into XRP and XLM. Okay, and it pumped those guys up like crazy. There were tons and tons of ridiculous amounts of XRP videos where they're just hyping this thing. Okay, hyping it, hyping it, hyping it. And yeah, so tons of money put into there, and then now all of a sudden it is going into Ether. So I'm looking to see more monies come out of XRP and XLM and flow back into Ether, Bitcoin, and other alts. That's just my opinion. And so far it looks like that's what's happening. So anyway, we'll see. Best of luck to XRP. Ripple, can it go up the other way? Absolutely. It's the market. It can follow this line and still go up. This could be right here. It's on a support, right? Well, pretty close to a support. And it could all of a sudden just bounce up. Bounce off of this rough support area here, okay? You can take this line and just bring it down there, okay? But this one I have up at these points. So yeah, I mean, there's our argument for both ways. It's a market. You know, it is what it is. Put a box. What do you think those boxes are? Try it. Try it. It's fun. What's it gonna hurt? Okay, so what else is going on? Let's take a look at VET. This thing is probably sucking wind. Oh yeah, it is still sucking wind. And VET has just had really tragic, if you're in it for the short term, tragic price action. Yeah, if you're trying to make money on this in the short term, you're wrecked. Yeah, you are wrecked. But look at this. It's way down to its historical low. Ooh. This is one of the reasons I'm doing this video, guys. Historical lows, isn't it? Look at that red line. What do people do when it's low? Yeah. VET has a lot of interesting stuff. Check out their Medium articles. Check out their Reddit. I've done tons of videos on them. They have, let's put it this way, they are not to be discounted like Ethereum isn't to be discounted. Do I like Ethereum? I used to like it a lot. We'll see how the new upgrades come. See if it can handle CryptoKitties. That's a big thing, if it can be used. But nevertheless, what do you guys think of this chart? Record lows, very, very, very close. Look at all the reds. Look at all the red volume here. Huge selling. People are getting out. Same here. Huge, huge selling. All of a sudden low. So we'll see. you know, keep an eye on the volumes. This thing has been manipulated, and this is actually really good news for vet holders. It looks to me, the energy, I'll just say it this way, for the energy for vet, what it feels like to me, and I can't substantiate this in any way, okay? But it looks to me that a major player that was invested in vet, in VeChain, is exiting, okay? Which is a very good thing, because it's basically, that means that those huge walls are going to go away, and vet will be allowed to be, it's like it's gaining its freedom. Let's put it that way. It's gaining its freedom from, it's like it's oppressed, okay? There's someone out there, something out there that is oppressing VeChain, and it looks, no, it's not DNVGL. But it looks like a major player, major investor, and I don't think it's like the, you know, Dragon guy, Draper. But somebody else, don't know, can't say for sure, getting out, and then their control is going to be gone. It's like, okay, I got my money out, you're done, you guys are on your own. And that's a good thing, because VeChain is one of the few coins out there that has working product that can be on their own, and when left alone, I'm looking for good things from these guys. So to me, right now at this point, this is very exciting. Also keep in mind that I'm a shark, I'm a bottom feeder. I like to feed, you know, feed on the blood, and there's certainly a ton of blood in these waters down here, as you can see from all the reds. So anyway, so I have a box up here. I'm just going to extend that. But yeah, I am really liking VeChain. Keep an eye on it. Do your research on this and any other coin that you like. You guys know the drill. This is not financial advice. This is done from energy, okay? And if you follow energy, other people's energy, that's not your own, you're crazy, man. That's all I can say. Okay, so that is VeChain. We took a look at Stellar. We took a look at XRP. We took a look at Bitcoin and ETH. And yeah, those are like the big boys. So I'm going to go over see if there's anything in the chat. If you guys want me to take a quick look at any coins, put them in there. We'll take a look. I mean, we're just having fun. We're just chilling on a late Friday night. Oh, okay. Hey, Mega Proxy, how you doing, man? Question. You feel like we're bull up from here or another pullback first? For BTC, let's go back to BTC. BTC, USD, Bitfinex, boom. I think we could bounce, but the pullback is going to be on this line as a test. That's about it. We could do another pullback. If we do, it would be in this area. If we do, so what? I mean, it's expected. What would that be? What would that be? I mean, you're looking at this opportunity where it's going to go like that again, right? If it pulls back. Okay, so now you guys, so now you have a plan, right? It feels better, but I think it's the weekend. Yeah, weekend is going to be a slow little meander, and then I think it's going to start going up. That's me. That's what I think it's going to do. Let me zoom in on that so you guys can see. But yeah, it could pull back all the way down here. You could lose all your money. Oh my gosh. Don't put in more than you can afford to lose. This is highly risky stuff. It's all you know what it is. It's high risk. You guys understand. So yeah, but I think yeah, it's doing here flat. It's in this trading range here. They can be volatile. Weekend kind of sleepy. Yeah, so we'll see. There are people that are drawing a trend line going up like this. So hey, we'll see. Interesting thing when you draw it like that, notice that almost from the trend line going down to up here, take a look at this angle. It's pretty close to 90 degrees right in here, if you guys can see that. Interesting thing. If you haven't studied geometry, suggest you do. Same as trig. Math is good. Math is good. All right, so that's that question. Hope that helps you out. And also keep in mind that a majority of things tend to follow Bitcoin. Right? Yeah. All right, thanks, Omega. Thanks for the question, man. So Jonathan is interested in hearing about TKY. TKY, I never talk about that thing. Come on, it is so cheap. It is, it's like I never do videos on it. Yeah, right. Check out some of my last videos on TKY. We'll go take a look at this guy. Markets, I'm looking at Qcoin, go to ETH. That's where I get it. Just go TK. There it is. Oh, it's up 0.48%. That's awesome. I have 100x leverage. Yeah. Right. Okay, so here's TKY. What's it doing? It's way below its ICO, right? And it's just doing its up and thing. This is a one big old trading type of thing. Let's see. Don't like indicators. The only indicator I use, guys, is volume. Okay, and these volumes are extremely low. Okay, look at these volumes. Yeah, you had some activity here, and then nothing, 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 nothing. This is the time to get in. Is when there's not for this coin, but for just in general, when there's no interest in it, right? No interest in it, and it's low. Can it go down further here? Yeah. Can it go down even further than what's shown here? Yeah. Can it go up higher? Yeah. You get the idea. But anyway, right now, if you look at it from Wyckoff, this is pretty standard Wyckoff markup area. It's coming down here. This is the mark down. And what happens at the end of a mark down is just like I showed you on Bitcoin, where eventually we hit the failed sell-off. And so it looks like we're approaching that area. Let me scroll in a bit. This is on the 8 hour. Let's go to the day. There. Okay, so yeah, it comes down. So here was the first test. Here was a secondary test. Boom, couldn't do it. You had to jump across the creek, and then it does like a little retest, and then it goes up. So right here, this is pretty classical Wyckoff stuff, right? It's the markup stage. Just there's that huge. I mean, they're taking up all the money where they picked up in here. Okay, so that's how they do it. And so right now it's a rinse and repeat. Yeah, it might be down to where it's at. Could go lower. Do the same thing, rinse and repeat. Follow this pattern. Here, check out Wyckoff. So it's just kind of a waiting game. Can it shoot up? Yeah, absolutely. It has this, in my opinion, has the strongest fundamentals out of any coin on the market. And it's a long-term hold for me. And that's me. It might not work for you. A lot of people aren't willing to hold 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah, but for me, that's me. Okay. If you're looking for short-term stuff where you're only looking for a gain from here to here and you're extremely happy, and that's a moon, I don't know what to say, man. That is, to me, that's insignificant amount. And yeah, so the key, TKY, I love it. So that's one good one I like. Another one that I just recently got into that's really inexpensive is this one. So I got into this one right up in here. So yeah, I lost money on it. Whoop-de-doo. Not a whole lot. Whoop-de-doo. It was a, this is like what I call a wildcat. And That's where you take some money, throw at it, and just kind of forget about it. And if the thing gushes oil, hey, there you go, wildcat well, wildcat investment. So this is one I also like, and it's fairly inexpensive. I put profits from XRP into this in the key. It was just a timing thing, you know. So like, yeah, might as well get it while the ether ratio was high, right? And so yeah, so I stuck that in. As you can see, 100% of the profits from this pump are now diminished down to 0. Yeah, you have this little pump here, and so we'll start looking at new coin pump. Okay, this is very young. So now we're gonna actually start seeing what the key is about. I mean, not the key, but holochain. That's HOT. There's the key. I love the key. Holochain has some interesting things in they have a store, which is like really, which is really cool, where you can get their little nodes. They're like a little Apple, a Mac Mini. And let's see, where is their store? One thing. Okay, holo.host. And you see these things? Those are like little Mac Minis. And it's interesting. I think those actually are Mac Minis. I have one I use for development for apps. Interesting. Because I think Apple discontinued the Mac Minis. Well, they found a buyer, didn't they? Interesting how things are all connected. Anyway, so this is holochain. These are little servers that you can buy for your hubs. They come pre-configured and all this stuff, and they're waiting to get approval. You can only buy them with crypto. See, there they are. Nice little cool video. Watch them. So that's interesting. These guys are doing, that is real world product. I like things with real world products, like VeChain with their tags. Those are real world physical things. That's what I like. The key is, you know, do your research on the key, but man, the key's awesome. This is going to be cool, hopefully, so we'll see when they come out. And yeah, do your research on Holo, H-O-T, Holochain. Interesting technology, okay? Main thing about them, they say open source framework for truly peer-to-peer applications. There you go. And this little Holo acts as a bridge between the holochain apps and the users. Okay, so these are your nodes. Okay, distributed hosting. That's what you're doing. This is your hosting. In other words, you're a part of the cloud. By having one of these guys, you're part of the cloud. And they have other things too. They have so you have the link to this. It's holo.host host. They have other ones too. They have like a little nano version, and then they have like a plus. It's on like their store. I gotta find it, but anyway, that gives you. This is a real good link. It tells you about it. Okay, so that's. Hope that helps you. Also, other ones that I like. Let's go over here to Mr. Binance. AMB. I like Ambrosis. They're real world. And they are taking a dump. I mean, they've been, well, yeah, same thing. Look at that. Same type of pattern. Basic 100% of this pump is now gone, depleted. So rinse and repeat. Notice that pattern there. That's what I'm looking for XRP to look like. Hey, imagine that. Had to have some more of that really good tea. So that's one, AMB, check out. Then, of course, another one I really like. Zill. I like Zilliqa. And let me scroll out so you guys can see. Zilliqa, yeah, nice, pretty strong line. Yeah, it's had its pump, and it went down, boom. This one's older than Holochain, but notice same thing for Holochain. So Holochain right now is at about this stage, and so we'll see what happens with Holochain, okay? And yeah, interesting how this one does the M's, right? It's like the back of the Loch Ness Monster or something, you know, or maybe Godzilla. That movie's coming out, Godzilla. Can't wait to see the new one. But yeah, so interesting. Look at that big trend line. So that's ZIL. Another one that nobody talks about. Let's go over to, should I do it? Should I do market cap? No. I think I will try CoinGecko. And here's one. DOVU. Oh, they are sucking wind, aren't they? Well, let's go to the max here. Okay, so they went up, down, nothing. Piece of garbage. 1 year down 99%. But I like this. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about price, okay? I'm not talking about prices here. The prices, as you can see, it has really no place else to go but up. I mean, they lost everything. It's over. They're totally wrecked. Let me go to the website. Wait, hold on. Did they change? Okay, so yeah, they're into their mobility. They changed their website since last I liked it. I might not like it anymore. Let me take a look, see if I still like them. No, something's happened with them. No, I don't like DOVU anymore. Sorry, guys. Not looking at you anymore. They used to have this advisor, this guy called Malcolm. Pretty cool. No. That was a different company. That was Ambrosis. I'm sorry. But DOVU, it looks like it's changed. AMB is still cool. So much for DOVU. Yeah, forget that. Another one. Mediblock. First did a review on this one way back in 2017. And this one, I think, actually, I like this one a lot. I'm going to start talking about it some more. But check in my videos way back when. You know, you can go how you can check out my videos. Check them out, and then you'll see a review on Mediblock. They're still working. They have they're changing the way that they're going to handle. They're going to handle. What do you call it? Let's go to their medical information and stuff like that. Healthcare experiences. So Mediblock, check them out. Do your research. Not saying to buy them, that's for sure. Not saying to sell them, whatever. I'm not saying buy, sell, whatever. I'm just saying check them out. And yeah, they've just been basically keeping their nose to the ground, doing their thing. Okay. And what else is small that's way out there? I don't know. I'd probably say, I don't know. Those ones I gave you, I like. Also, you know, yeah, TKY, Holochain, Man, which is, let's go take a look at Man. Matrix AI. They're 8 cents, up 20%. Yeah, okay. Interesting thing here. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Bouncing around. That's what they are at their max here. Suck and win like everything else. These guys are like only 96.7% from all-time high. Wrecked. But that doesn't mean that they're not a serious endeavor. Check out their website, check out their white papers, see what they have to offer. They have some very interesting government things going on with the government of China. Okay? Very, very interesting. Check them out. So right now they're, what, 8 cents. That's, you know, could be pricey, you know. If you're looking at sub-zero, I give you two hollow and TKY for sure. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Thanks for asking it. Go back and see. Fawad says, keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You have a great evening, great time, great, what you call it? What is it called this time? A weekend. Good grief. I need to put some, like, vodka in my tea. But yeah, thanks for the comment. Appreciate it, Fawad. And ADA BullRun. Ooh, you know, I haven't looked at ADA in like ages. See what they're doing. Don 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 bum 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 bum. I was thinking they're going to be doing a bull run, but they haven't done jack. Once again, pretty close, 100% of the profits being taken out. That is normal, guys. We're looking, you can basically say, okay, all this is gonzo. Let's take a look at this. Let's do it like this. I'll show you a secret trading method. Just for you guys. There's Mr. Opacity. There. Okay. So, what are we basically looking at for ADA? In actuality, you have this chart. Okay, there's your chart for ADA. Don't pay attention to any of this other stuff. There's your chart for ADA. Went up, dumped. It's up about this level here, right? Boom. So that's where it's at right now. Actually, it's below. Right now, it's about this level right here. You see that little red line? Yeah, so it's right here. What does that tell you about ADA? If we scroll on over, so if we look at the volume, red, tons of reds going down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like shit, doesn't it? ADA. Had some greens. Okay, nice volume spikes. We ignore that. What we're looking at is low red volume. And which could be a good thing. Okay, why? Because that can mean that you're running out of sellers. And so people are unwilling to sell at these really low levels of where it's at right now. And what happens with that? That means that the people that are willing to sell are floating around at higher prices. So we'll see. But when you look at ADA's chart and you do this technique, this is an excellent technique, okay? It was here. Where has it gone? It's gone nowhere. That's the point. This thing has gone nowhere. From way back when, okay? And yeah, you can say, okay, well, that sucks. Well, you know, you had the key. Yeah, the key was about like up here. That's about where it is. A lot of things in the market. It's like the whole year and a half. It's like didn't exist. Interesting times. You can look at it as like, oh man, you've been screwed. Or you can say, oh, guess what? Institutional money's coming in. There's going to be not so much from the money from their investments coming in, but from the people coming in. More importantly, the advertising is going to have spillover into the retail market to where people are going to get onto the exchanges like we're currently on. That's where the bull run is going to come from. So is it going to be just for ADA? Could be. Doubtful. Could it be for many others? Yeah. Could it not happen at all? Yeah. But as far as ADA goes, it's like starting over, man. So treat it like that because it's back at a starting point. And forget about any money you have invested in it. I guess that's my thing. Assume you have zero in it. If you have any. Would you go and would you put more in? Taking a look at their fundamentals. Where do you think they're going to fit in the future? Okay? Because with this, all the TA in the world could help you out. But when you realize that it's down at its starting place again, what good is that? What kind of long-term hold is that? It's either that it's not a long enough long-term hold or it's not a good one. But the energy behind ADA, there's a lot of pump, lot of pump on it lately, isn't there? And what's happened? It's gone down. Interesting. A lot of pump on ADA and it's gone down. Interesting. Why? It's gone down because, and keep in mind, this is against ETH, so it's not holding its weight against Ether. And this is a direct competitor of Ether, right? Its claim to fame used to be Ether Killer. It's not holding wind. It's parabolic down to ETH. It's not holding up. And the thing is that, you know, this could be a good coin for you. Could be a bad coin. But I'm really not interested in ADA. It failed to break out and went reverse of these big old lines here. And so after that I stopped looking at it. But it's just right in between these trading lines. So once it breaks out, then we'll see and revisit it. But for now, I'm just going to say I'm neutral, okay? I neither hate it nor I like it, okay? I'm neutral on ADA. And that's how it is. But I do wish them the best of luck. They've had some hard times of late. They've had some internal issues as far as their guidance and stuff like that goes, which apparently seems to have been cleared up. And you know what? Maybe they did need basically a restart in order to start fresh. Same thing is happening with I think, VeChain. Okay? They're doing a restart. All right? It's like the original investors. It's like, okay, they got their money and they're leaving. This happened with Tron early, where the dude cashed out and then tanked the price like in the day, right? But anyway, seeing stuff like this is like a it's like a rebirth of the crypto market. Okay, that's how I tend to look at it. I'm optimistic. I look at this and I'm actually optimistic. It's like, the manipulators, the people that got in, are the ones trying to control stuff. It's like they're getting out and they're getting their money and they're running. Good. So I am actually bullish for the entire crypto market as a whole. Can ADA go up? Absolutely. Okay. Can they? Yeah. Can they have, do they have interesting technology? Yes. Okay. Always follow value, as in value of a company, what they offer, what kind of place, or let's take their product and where will it fit in? Is there a use for it, in other words? And if they can fill a use or demand or make things efficient, then hey, you know, it's like the key TKY. One of the huge things that it does is that it'll make the paperwork way more efficient. It will save a lot of companies in China money. That's huge. And so that is a huge use case. Does ADA have anything like that? Go do your research. Can their tech, will their tech work first? Yes or no? Okay, fine. If it does, let's assume it does, fine. Where will it fill in other than just being a competitor to Ethereum? What does it do special that it could fill in that Ethereum does not currently? And if it does everything Ethereum does except better, then it's a shitcoin. If it does other things, reason I say that is because Ethereum is there and it's going to have to do things exponentially greater, better than Ethereum can. Okay. And yes, we'll just see. But if it does things similar and it's not a huge difference to Ethereum, yeah. So what if it does it better? Ethereum has is the horse in the front, and it's going to stay there. Okay. It's not going to compete. Yeah, it'll get some stuff off. But if it doesn't offer any other products or services, or can it fill any niches that Ethereum cannot, it has some pretty stiff competition. Let's say that. And that not only goes for ADA, that goes for a lot of other things. Zill that I showed you, Zill has sharding. Okay? Their first out of the gate was sharding, which is different. Anyway, so that is ADA. Right now, I am currently neutral on, do I think this is a shitcoin? No. I don't think it's a shitcoin. I just think it's had a run of bad luck and had some management issues. I'm not talking about, you know, the head developer guy that left Ethereum. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about his partners or whatever. Anyway, I see a lot of that stuff with not only ADA but other cryptos. Those people are going away. They cashed out and now they're taking off, leaving these crypto coins on their own, hopefully, so they can go do the tech and fly and be free. Hey. So ADA, yeah, best of luck to them. Really, best of luck to them. Go back and look at the questions. ADA BullRun? Nah. No. Okay, in crypto, ask me, what would be a good entry point for VET, in my opinion? Anything below $1. Anything below $1. Oh, historic lows. There we go. I don't know. Do you think buying at the low is a good entry point? You tell me. Don't mean to be catty or anything like that, but I like VET, and I think it has a long way to go. So these are all bargain prices to me. hope that helps you out. Thanks for asking in crypto. Appreciate it. And what else would I be would I look at given the price? It seems to me as, yeah, it is at a low. Yeah, I should have read that better. Yeah, you're right. It's at a low. I mean, yeah, it's low. I mean, it's record low. I'm not worried about a few microcents, man. I mean, really? Come on. Given the scale of VET, if you're looking at VET for short term, dude, look elsewhere. But for long term, yeah. Looking pretty tasty there down at the bottom. And that's where it's at. Oops. Can't tell you to buy or sell. Good entry point. That's not a good idea. Follow your gut. It sounds like you're on the right track, though. Fawad asks, can I talk about IOEX and OMG? Let's go take a look. Is that the right one? Oh, it's an ICO, man. Is this the right one? Is this what you're talking about? I'm just kind of scanning the energy on it. Energetic wise, not feeling it. There's a wonderful little thing out there called IPFS, Interplanetary File Exchange. Happens to be free. Translate. I never ever look at ICOs because I can't invest in them. I'm in the US. But see a lot of these things. A lot of these like Earth globe points and the moving whatever on ICO stuff. Interesting. Distributed, directed, yeah, transmission. Point to point, direct connect, smart devices. Or device networking networks. Yeah, check out Holochain. Holochain does this and they're ahead of the game already. Okay, so these guys have competition. Yeah, personal cloud capabilities to store and remotely invoke private files. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck to them. I'd take a look at Holochain. Okay. Ton of people here. You know, if it's an ICO, hey, follow your gut instinct. Take a look at Holochain too and compare them. All right. And also look at IPFS. See what that is. And it happens to be free. Compare that to BitTorrent and Tron's latest claim. Boy, trying to charge something for that people can get free. Yeah. But anyway, this is a little bit different if this is the one you're talking about, okay? But they have competition from Holo, who's already out there doing their thing, coming out with real product. So, what was the other question he had, Fawad? Please keep in mind, guys, always follow your own gut instincts, okay? And I'm not talking about stuff that has to deal with, like, prices to go up or down. It's going to moon or whatever. Follow the value. Where is this going to fit in? Is somebody already there? Is somebody way ahead of them? And if they are, then the ones trying to catch up have to have a whole lot of steam behind them, big time. Like they have to be orders of magnitude better than what's there in the first place. Okay, and OMG. Oh my God, I haven't looked at OMG. I don't remember the last time I looked at OMG, actually. Taking a look. Yeah, second win like everything else. Right here, pattern went up, tried to go up higher, failed. This little thing failed again. Try to find it, failed. Looking at this from a Wyckoff's perspective, okay? Jumped across a creek, trying to go like that, failed. That's what I mean by failed. Comes back down, tries it again, test, fail. Okay, let's fall back down. Try it again. Failed right here. Fall back down. Boom. There you go. Get out of there, thing. Ah. Fail. Can it come down? Is this the selling climax? Remember that? Wyckoff? That's not a good one. It was better when I didn't put spring in there. Here's a better one. Okay. It's coming on down. Boom. So you had your automatic. Nothing yet. This would be like the AR, okay? Automatic reaction, automatic rally. It's coming down here. So is it coming down here? Is it going to hit those selling points? Is it going to come on down further? Is this the lowest it can go? Or do you think it's going to just kind of bump around here a bit and then take a big dump? And really see how many sellers there are. Looks like there's pretty good volume here on the red. Is the volume shrinking? Yeah, volume is going down. Right? Volume's going down that way. Okay, cool. Real low volume on the green. Hey. That's kind of cool. Look for that. There's usually like a spike up. And then right, does its creek thing. So we'll see. But, you know, that's pretty much the general Wyckoff trend. And that's just to jump across the creek. And then usually what happens after that is then it does its thing like, yeah, rinse and repeat. Very, very technical, okay? Make sure you study the angles of those lines and all that good stuff. But yeah, so right now, looks like I'm a little bit bullish on OMG. Yeah, interesting stuff. I think I'll leave that there. I haven't looked at OMG, and keep in mind, this is against the ETH pair, okay? I haven't looked at OMG for a long time. Long time. Thanks for the question. Appreciate it. Mainframe says there's no good entry point for VET. It's a scam. It's not a scam, bro. Sorry. It could be. Yeah, it could be like a very, very big elaborate scam. And it's taken us all. But as far as the stuff that's out there, they have working product. They have beanies, hats, shoes. They have stuff with DNVGL. They have stuff PricewaterhouseCoopers. They have stuff with Bright Foods, Shanghai Gas, you know, Liquid Active. You know, they have pilot programs going on. There was some iffy stuff with their marketing people. Okay, I will give you that, and they need to go away. But as far as the stuff, what they're actually doing and stuff, it's, in my opinion, it's not a scam. All right. And if you think that, you know, that's fine. That's your opinion. It is not mine. Do I see the West? Kim J247 asks, do I see the West ever trusting any Chinese crypto like TKY in the future? Yeah, I do. I do. And that's one of the cool things about it, is because the code is going to be open source. And you can have nodes all over the place. So it's kind of like the thing, well, nobody owns it, right? That means everyone can trust it. It's things are changing. Things are changing. Is China our friend? Yeah. Debatable, right? And yeah, do I see it in the future? Trusting might be too strong of a word. Okay, trust but verify, you know, put together. Trust with a lot of apprehension, perhaps. There's ways to check it and see. Yeah, but right now, I mean, we have Forex where they're manipulating their currency up the wazoo, right? They're manipulating that, so what's the difference? U.S. manipulates the money, the dollar. They're manipulating the yuan. You know, a lot of it's just BS. But TKY come in here, something like it, I think will. It will, or something like it will, which actually is unfortunate because that's like Big Brother. Oh, and Fawad says he gets free IOEX because he owns Elastos. Well, hey, you can't beat that price. Yeah, so maybe when you have it and you get it free and it hits, you know what to do with it, right? You'll have a plan. Thinking XRP over XLM. XLM has marketing issues. They don't market. But then flip side of that is IBM is like kind of doing it for them. They don't need to market out in front with advertisements and stuff. They do the marketing when they go and do the general maintenance on the computers that the company is releasing and stuff like that, or renewal of the rental agreements, stuff like that. That's when IBM does their thing. So public marketing really doesn't count for XLM because it's a special case because of IBM. And so you can look at IBM basically running this thing. It's the public blockchain sector for IBM. Think of it that way. So is XLM going anywhere? No. XRP, both of these things have working products. Okay, XRP Has XRapid out. Hardly anyone's using it. 12 little banks, I believe. Will the central banks actually give up control of what they exist to? Oh, they exist because they control the money. So will they give up anything to? Let's put it this way. I don't see a big future for XRP in central banks. And smaller banks, yeah. For central banks, no. XRP, I mean, then you have the whole SWIFT thing, okay? So I'm just thinking out loud is what I'm doing. So then we have the whole SWIFT thing, and XRP is a competitor against SWIFT, but the central banks basically own SWIFT, yes? And that is their baby and what they use to transfer back and forth, and they just came out with a GPI. Their GPI thingy, or PGI, whatever it was, is an upgrade. Makes things a lot faster. Central banks are under a lot of pressure. Probably start seeing some fail. Deutsche Bank is sucking wind. It could cause some serious issues there. We'll see what happens. But as far as the central banks actually buying into XRP and using it when they have their own thing and they want to protect their own assets, their own asset. Gosh, for me, I'm looking about maybe 10% buy-in of XRP and use by the central banks. And given that the XRP, that's their main thing. Okay, so let's do it this way. This is where, if you've ever heard of a decision tree, to use it. Okay, if you want to gauge between the two. Off the top of my head, without using that kind of a tool, I would actually give a slight edge to XLM. And I'm talking for survivability in the long term. Okay? XLM, I think, has greater survivability than XRP in the future. XRP has a ton of hype. What would happen to XRP if it didn't have any advertising at all? Like on YouTube and stuff like that. The 589, which is off by like 3 decimal points, right? A moon for XRP would have been 58.9 cents. Let alone 589. The members, the people that are in the XRP community that are mooning it, are actually doing XRP a disservice, in my opinion. It's a far more serious coin than that, and it's tarnishing XRP. Also, keep in mind we have American Express with XRP, and that is absolutely huge. So I'm still like pondering between the two, XRP, XLM. What is it? It's kind of like a battle between American Express and IBM, you know. Is it a battle? Will they eventually merge forces? Don't think so. I think they split ways a long time ago. But they actually kind of do fill different gaps. You can look at XRP being more centralized. Yes, XRP is more centralized as far as the it wants to head towards the central banks and stuff. XLM, hey, it's kind of like you have your anchors. Big debate. Which do you like better? I have an idea. Why don't you buy both? Okay, hold both or hold none. In horse racing, the first, second, and third horses all win money. They're all in the money. And, you know, so in other words, you can have more than one winner in this big horse race we're in right now. And that's the key thing. Why limit your availability to abundance? And if you think XRP is over XLM, great. So let's say you have 51% XRP and 49% XLM. You know, those are the bags you're holding. Whatever. But to me, hey, at least they're one of the 10 that are worth looking at, okay? Compared to the thousands, there's 2,500, almost 3,000 coins, greater than 3,000 coins. Let's go up here to coin, see how many coins there are. 3691. That means there's about 3,600 and let's say 75 coins that aren't worth jack. Okay? That aren't worth jack. That's a ton. So let's go over here to Mr. Calculator. .99.5% are garbage. Yay. That's my opinion. Doesn't sound too good, does it? Anyway, thanks for the comment. Appreciate it. So what else do we have going on here? Oh yeah, Michael says Visa too. Yeah. XLM more for the people. Yeah, that's right. It's more for the people because they're actually working on a point-to-point exchange, which is for money transfer. Way cool. Like this is like stuff that can happen out in the boondocks in Africa. Way cool. But then also, I don't know. It's one of those things. You either, to me, it's like you either like one, and if you like one, you like both. So you either like that kind of thing or you don't. If you don't like it, then you won't like either of them. It's one of those things. I actually like both of them. For me, I like both of them. I took profits on both of them. I like the profits I got. Will they have profit opportunities in the future? I think so, yes. Don't hold me to that. Okay, so VET is 99.5% down from all-time high right now. Yep, sucking wind, big time. It's done terrible price-wise. It's done fantastic job getting rolled out to the real world. Also, if we go over here to Mr. VForge, $1.1 million VThor burned, 1.2 million VThor burned, 2.3 million VThor burned. I'm looking down here. See that? They're just getting started. Look at the big increase. Look at this one. 57,000 clauses. Okay. And millions of this one, 2 million. This is in one day. A VThor burned. We're on a weekend right now. They've only done 398. Blocks are getting filled with transactions. We're seeing pickup. And they're 99.5% down. Hallelujah. Good for us, right? Hallelujah. Okay, so Kim asks, yeah, good points on TKY. Thank you. Do I think 25 cents is realistic in a couple years for them? In my opinion, no. 25 cents is not realistic in a couple years. Well, hold on. Let me read the rest of your thing before I go spouting off. In my opinion, okay. In my opinion, 50s looking for a nice retirement investment that is not going to take 10 years plus. What do you mean by 50s? Okay, I guess that's my question. 50s. Okay, so it's 25 cents. So clarify that, would you? 25 cents realistic in a few years for them? No, it is not realistic. This is after they've had their let's assume after they've had their June review of their pilot program that they're running right now. It's coming up for review from that contract they just got. Let's say that all goes cool, 25 cents realistic. After that, no. What they're projecting, this is from Catherine Lee in like an AMA. You can go and check out their AMAs and actually find this number, but it's somewhere where they're projecting around $5, where it's going to cost the equivalent of about $5 to do a service charge. So somebody comes in and they want to I don't know, have the doctor take a look at them, and so in order to have a lookup, the lookup fee to validate they are the person who they are, for their insurance to sign off and pay for their visit, they're thinking about $5 for that transaction. And so am I thinking 25 cents? No, I'm thinking a lot higher than that. A lot higher than that. $5 to $15 is, I think, a price that they put out there. Don't quote me on that. Go and look at their AMA. And also, what do you think that TKY is going to be if every person in the country is going to have to use it that's mandated by the damn government? You tell me. But I think it's going to be higher than 25 cents. Will it hit that before June? Don't know. I think we're going to have to see. I think it'll be after June, okay? But hopefully it hits that tomorrow. I want to see it hit, you know, $12, $15, $30, $50 tomorrow. I'd be perfectly happy with that. Absolutely. Yeah, Michael Visa too. Yeah, XLM for the people. Yeah. Yeah, great time to buy. VET all-time high was like $8 or something. Yeah, so divide that by 100, which is 80 cents. And, yeah, so... yeah, we're just sitting here watching the transactions kick away on VThor, right? Gas used, 128.3 thousand VThor right there. Boom. Interesting stuff. So yeah. Like I said, ton of videos on VeChain. Love VeChain. They're doing real stuff. Is this a scam? You tell me. This is a scam? Yeah. These are not fake transactions. These are not free like on EOS. These transactions are not free. They are paying money for these. They are paying money. And they're not super expensive either, you know. Fair price type of stuff. But yeah, look at them. They're just kicking away, huh? 41,000, 87,000, 128,000. One transaction. Yeah. VThor. Yeah. Check out VeChain. Killer prices right now, man. Killer prices. They're at the lows that we just saw. Do your research. Do your research. Oh, and Kim says thank you. Help you make up your mind. Keep in mind about the key. The key could drop to below a penny. Oh, where they're at now. Do your research on the key. For real. And it will take some time. Say go over here to CoinMarketCap. Anyway, for the slow thing and all its ads that have some type of virus crap in them. I have ESET antivirus thing, and it scans it and always comes up with like blocked warnings from their ads. It's not from the site itself, it's from their stupid ads, and I know they can't do much about that. So I hit the stop. I do it that way because then it brings up the social. TKY. And I'm just showing you a way to get to it. It's the Reddit, okay? So it's thekeyofficial.reddit.com. Click here. Essential info. Read this. Okay, read these. They have wallets, Neo-based. Progress reports. Check these out. Past events, meetups. Past AMAs. Watch all of these. Okay? Make your mind up from that, not from me. But, hopefully, the thing is, don't follow the money. If they build it, they will come. And you look out, you watch for how they build it. Can they build it? Will they get it built? Will it be accepted and deployed? Blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, it's pure speculation. But in my opinion, these guys are building real deal things. Check them out. Don't take my advice. No one take my advice on anything, except coffee. Those coffee beans I showed a few videos back, man, they're killer. If you like a good strong French roast. Anyway, so that's about it. I'm glad I helped you guys out, and yeah, let's see what's going on here. Kim, you're welcome. Okay. Yeah, VeChain is the most interesting use of blockchain. Yeah, it's blockchain for businesses. I mean, it is fascinating, interesting. I've worked in that field. In logistics, big time. Did it for like, I'm not going to say how long. Just say more than 15 years. Very, very interesting. Yes. Tons and tons and tons of use cases. It boggles the mind. Boggles the mind. One interesting thing, though, VeChain might have to utilize the surfaces of the key. Wouldn't that be something? We'll see. If they want to do some stuff in China. We'll see. It depends what, of course, but wouldn't that be interesting? Oh, and did I check out Singularity AGI? No, I haven't yet. Let's go take a look. Okay, so there's the key. Get rid of the key. Let's go back over to CoinGecko. See, it loads so much faster. Before I look at the chart. Yeah. Okay. Global AI network. This, in general, guys, AI stuff, I'm not a fan of. Okay. Machine learning, anything, yeah, I'm not a fan of machine learning on a decentralized, non-secured machine. Let's put it that way. Highly secured machine, yeah, big time fan. Anything out there in public, no. I guess it's because this is weak AI, and I'm into strong AI. There's a huge difference. Okay. One is just basic pattern recognition. The other is what one would think of like AI being like something you would see like an iRobot. Okay. This is I don't know. It's one of my personal pet peeves, okay? So whenever I see something about AI, and I just automatically turn off to it. So for me to actually look at this any further, I'll tell you right now, I'm biased against it. And that's just me. That's without even, you know, I can't even give these guys a fair shake. But you know, I'm being honest about it. I'm saying I'm not the guy to look at it. I told you why. I mean, it's I would look at it, and then it's like subconsciously I would find ways on why they would stink. And I don't want to do that because they could be great. Okay? Best advice, do your research. Tell me and the others in the comments of why you like Singularity.net. That would be excellent. Spread the love. No problem with that. Go ahead and do that. And put them in the comments. That would be great. For me, I worked in AI. Okay, strong AI. It's a lot different. And yeah, so do that. Help the others out there. This is not a coin for me, is what I'm saying. And that's just me personally. Okay. Hope I didn't offend you. No offense meant or anything like that. Is it a good coin, bad coin? Don't know. Okay. Go back to here. Okay, Kim says, long time holder, not worried about the ups and downs. Yeah, I'm looking at holding the key for 3 to 5 years, if not longer. We'll see. Might actually have to use it in the U.S. So I could be getting a bargain basement price. Go apply for a loan. How much is going to... Oh, 25,000 key, please. Oh, good. I have some. By that time, hopefully I'll have, you know, that. A bunch more. Michael Lee says, you're awesome. Thanks for being informative and in-depth. You are more than welcome. And you know, guys, it's like I'm just... yeah, have a good night, Kim. Thanks for watching. I'm just sitting here. It's like I'm talking to friends. You know, just checking out some stuff. Drinking a tea, drinking coffee, whatever. Looking at the markets and, yeah, just chilling and... You know, real deal type of stuff. You know, can it go up? Yeah. Can it go down? Yeah. I mean, this thing's a piece of junk or whatever, right? This thing's going to the moon. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, here my cats are getting into a cat fight of all things, so I gotta barely take off. But you guys have a great night. Thanks for the questions. Go ahead and put the comment in about the Singularity Net thing. In the comments after the video, so you know, you can share the love. I mean, if it's a good product, you know, I'm all for helping support a project that is, you know, legit and all that good stuff. It's real deal and not a scam. And no, VeChain is not a scam in my opinion. Anyway, guys, have a great, fantastic night, and yeah, talk to you later. Bye.